there, welcome to the Cool Teacher Show. We are giving you a special Halloween edition here. We've dressed up accordingly, well, at least I've dressed up. Barbara wears what she normally does on Thursdays. And,
yeah, that's right. It's getting a little steamy in here, though, let me tell you.
Yeah. Now, who are you supposed to be?
I'm supposed to be Professor McGonagall.
What's her first name?
Emma.
No.
I made that up.
No. Minerva.
Oh,
Minerva.
Minerva.
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is the Cool Teacher Show with Minerva and
Who are you?
a guy who's going to die any moment.
Okay.
So we wanted to show you some of the best costumes that we could think of. We even reached out to our Reddit community to find out what they had to say about it. And so we're just going to give you a list of as many costumes as we can in the few minutes that we have. And hopefully one of these will either inspire something completely new or
You'll turn off the video.
Yeah, you'll just turn off the video. But we would love for you to comment below either what you're dressing up as or what you have seen that's really cool, so we can give all of our cool teachers a little extra head start for what to dress up as.
That sounds like a great idea. Well, first of all, it's going to be Minerva McGonagall, and you don't have to do a lot to dress up as her. Just wear a robe. This is my doctoral regalia. And then get a witch hat.
Everybody's got the cheap plastic or nylon robe from graduation still hanging in their closet. You know you do.
You know you do.
You know you do.
So do that for an English major.
Well, how about a math teacher? What would a math teacher dress up as?
Well, I had a hard time with this, and then I was thinking, why not dress up as a famous mathematician?
Aha.
Give a list to your students before Halloween of the mathematicians they need to investigate. Then tell them you're going to dress up as one of them, like try Pythagoras or something, and they have to interview you and try to figure out who you are.
That's half the fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the one who wins gets a prize.
Candy.
Yeah. Yeah. An apple.
Yeah. Candy corn, yes.
Candy.
It's the 1 month you can legally eat candy corn. And don't get me started on how the Christmas colored candy corn is okay, because it's not, people.
It's
not.
I figured you'd be a candy corn eater.
Oh, and you only
kinda
get 1
those
month.
little cheesy pumpkin things too.
No.
It's the candy
Yeah,
corn.
the autumn blend, that is not acceptable.
Okay.
Okay, so your history teacher, you could dress up, gosh, as anybody. How about Abraham Lincoln delivering the Gettysburg Address in this kind of question and answer thing? It would be good. But you can think of any historic character or any character I say, but real person in the news right now.
Oh, that'd be a great idea.
What about science teachers?
I had a hard time with this too, and I was always thinking of Bill Nye, the science guy. I remember watching him.
Yep.
And
all
then,
you need is a white lab coat, people.
I know, and some big glasses.
Yep.
And then you came up with the idea of buying Albert Einstein wig,
They're out there.
and then you could be Albert Einstein. And
Really, you just need any kind of grayish wig, and then you just kind of rat it a little bit.
You can conduct a science experiment with that.
Yep.
And-
How about Marie Curie? All you need is a plain black dress,
Right.
and then you can
And walk
eat.
around with a test tube and tell them
Yep.
you're going to spill it on them or something. And then they'll be.
Is that what she did?
then
She
they'll
threatened
be
to spill
infected.
stuff on
No,
people?
I don't know.
Well, she was not a virologist. Come on.
So
Very
that's
cool.
pretty cool. What about famous teachers from books, movies, and TV?
So there are tons of them, and we're going to rapid fire 26 of
Oh.
our favorite teachers here, and we're going to show you what they look like and kind of point out maybe some of the elements of their
Just
costume.
my hat, it's starting to bother me.
Get a little
here.
itchy?
Yeah, getting itchy.
It wasn't a high quality.
Yeah, from Walgreens.
Okay.
All right, so you start.
How about Miss Honey from Matilda? Oh, she was adorable. Easy costume to put together.
Okay, Miss Crabtree, Little Rascals. I don't know this
Well,
person.
this is a kind of a reach, but you remember, your costume doesn't have to be recognizable by everybody. Sometimes the coolest ones are the small group of people
I mean, I
who get it.
remember the Little Rascals, but you know.
How about Dumbledore from Harry Potter? So a lot of what she's wearing would work just fine. You just get yourself a gray beard.
And like a tam or something.
Yeah, a tam would work,
Oh, that would be perfect.
but not necessary.
Mr. Collins from the Wonder Years.
We loved the Wonder Years. What a great show that
Yes.
was. How about Miss Bliss from Saved by the Bell?
Or Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid.
Now, he wasn't a teacher in school, but he definitely was a teacher. Pat Morita played, of course, Mr. Miyagi. How about Melvin B. Tolson from The Great Debaters?
And how about Mr. Feeney, Boy Meets World?
That's right. How about Miss Canfield, Leave It to Beaver? That's
That's a stretch too for your students, but they might really like to watch Leave It to Beaver. Professor Jennings from Animal House.
Now that may only appeal to a handful of people, but wow, would that be cool?
That would be hysterical.
Yep. Mr. Cotter from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great one. I like that
You
one.
just need the curly, Gabe wig.
Mr. Holland from Mr. Holland's Opus.
That's right. You need your Richard Dreyfuss glasses and like sweater vest, and you could pull that off.
Easy to dress for that.
Yeah. How about Mr. Cooper from Hanging with Mr. Cooper? Now that may not be as well known to some of you, but I think that one would be dang cool as well.
I love this. The economics teacher from my absolutely favoriteest movie when I'm homesick. It's called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I love that movie. If you
Yep.
haven't seen that movie, you have to watch
Anyone?
that.
Anyone?
Anyone?
The
Anyone?
Hollis Smoot act?
Anyone?
Yes. Yeah, played by Ben Stein, who was a speechwriter for President Nixon.
I did not know that.
He was. He's a very intelligent guy. How about Dewey Finn from School of Rock? You could pull this one
Oh,
off.
that would be so
The Jack
much
Black
fun.
character. Mhm.
Charles Xavier from X-Men.
That's right. You need a wheelchair, you need a bald wig, but everything else I think would be easy to put together.
Well, that
so
sounds like
cool.
fun.
You could even make the cardboard X's and like attach them to the wheels of the wheelchair. I think that'd be really, really cool. You could even actually put just wheels and X's on just a chair in your classroom. You wouldn't need
Oh,
a
that'd
real
be perfect.
wheelchair. Mhm.
That'd be perfect.
And then you could just sit in and see it. What about Jamie Escalante from Stand and Deliver?
That would be so inspiring to see that.
Yeah, that would be
happen.
really cool.
Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus. If you have red frizzy hair, that's that's a plus. You
Or
could definitely
a
be
red
her.
frizzy wig. You can get them right now. I've seen people even take the Ariel wig, which is a little bit longer, and just put it in
You
curlers.
could get to spray your hair.
Yep.
I could just spray mine with red
Yep.
paint and it would work.
Merlin from Sword in the Stone. Again, similar type of thing.
Catherine Watson, Mona Lisa Smile.
Love that movie. And we're showing a picture of it right now, but you could totally pull it off. How about Miss Binney from Ramona the Pest.
And Mr. Garrison from South
Okay,
Park. That
okay.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
How about Professor Bear from Little Women?
I know about Professor Keating, which of course I am very similar to from the Dead Poets Society. Remember?
Suspect test results, of course,
Yes.
but that'd be another just great teacher. Of course, Professor McGonagall. And while we're on the subject, Professor Snape, who I was tested to be like, evidently.
That's right. So
Not pleased with that
I
at
guess
all.
you're just not empathetic enough, like Minerva.
No, we're not. Okay, so we polled our Reddit folks out there at the subreddit teachers, and we have a few people that had some great ideas. The question was, what are some of your favorites? So teachers out there, this is what you had to say. Mrs. Butterworth said she's an art teacher, and hers is Frida Kahlo. Did I say that right? Kahlo?
I'm not sure. I think it's Kahlo.
Kahlo. Basically, just wear a dress and a shawl, put flowers in her hair, and paint the unibrow. She loves to do that one.
And she said the kids really get a kick out
They
of
do.
it. I bet they.
And it's
just-
historical,
wow.
it's topical, it's awesome.
Well, we heard from an elementary TA, and he said he's going as Fly Guy.
Fly
which is
Guy.
a favorite library pick
Yep.
in their class.
And the kids will love it. Another librarian is going as Belle, of course, because Belle loved books, right?
And the TAs are going as Minions.
I love it. I
Isn't
love
that
it.
funny? This year, another teacher wrote that her middle school team is dressing up like the emotions from the movie Inside Out.
Awesome. Which you
Oh,
can do
wouldn't
with
that
a
be so much fun?
complete color outfit and color face paint. You've got it. That's
They could
awesome.
act out certain roles. It would be so much fun.
Yes, it would. A redhead. A Do About Nothing is the user screen name. Redhead 9th grade English teacher switched between her contacts and her glasses. They're very similar because teachers at her school aren't allowed to wear costumes. But she goes as hipster Ariel
That's so
because
funny.
of her red hair.
And that's that is kind of unusual that teachers cannot wear costumes at her school, but
Yeah.
most schools will let.
And we're showing a picture of the
you-
hipster Ariel meme, but her kids get it, and and I'll tell you some about all these costumes in a minute that
Okay.
hopefully will drive it home.
And then
okay?
another teacher has curly red hair and teaches science. So of course she goes to every year. She said she's going to be Miss Frizzle, but she's never been able to find a sciency dress for the costume.
Oh.
So she needs to do it this year.
She needs to do it. We're
Do
counting on
it,
you. We want to see
do
some
it,
pictures.
Do it.
Elementary PE teacher.
This is a funny one. You'll
yep.
love this one.
Dress up as a regular classroom teacher, right? Slacks, collared shirt. Most of the students are really confused by it. And you said the best was during dismissal when some of the first graders ran up and to yell out, "I never want to see you with pants on again."
Or, hey, you've got clothes on today, what's up? The parents
Exactly.
are going, oh my God, let's get these kids out of
Yep.
here. Okay, and then there's another one that a couple of years ago, a teacher, he was teaching U.S. history to 8th graders.
Yep,
I'm just a bill.
I'm just a bill.
Some kids thought he was a doobie.
A doobie, well, because he's
The
a rolled up
teachers
piece
got
of
it.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit too much.
Too much info.
Too much culture from
TMI,
those kids,
TMI.
yeah. But I love it. And just a bill. We're
Just a
talking
bill.
Schoolhouse Rock and
Right.
things like that. Okay. Dang it, there's the bell. So here's the last idea we have for you. Remember that when you dress up, when you show some character and some personality, it connects you with your kids. You're so much more effective as a teacher when you have the ability to kind of show a little of who you are. And this, at your school, may be just one of those
It
opportunities.
makes
to
you
do
more
it.
human.
It does. It's really, really
Or
cool.
less human.
Yep. Share with us what you dressed up as in the comments below, or ideas that you
Send
have
us
that
your
you've seen.
pictures.
Oh, we'd love it. We'd love it for a future episode. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.